Hey y'all, welcome back to my kitchen. It's actually a Sunday afternoon here, and because of COVID, we're not having evening service at church, so I thought I would hop in here and make some peach preserves. I've got these big old beautiful peaches that our HEB had on sale for 67 cents a pound. And they'll be on through Tuesday, so I may run back down there and get some more. I'm going to see how much. I've got 12 here, and I'm going to see how many little pints I get with that. And I might be making some more of this, but I won't film it again. But I got to get my peaches peeled, and again, I'm going to use this little peeler. It just doesn't hardly take any of the peach off, but it takes the peeling off for me. And I'm going to get them, it says to cut them in little pieces. And then I'm going to use the Sure-Jell recipe that's on the box, or in the insert in the box, and make us some peach preserves and enjoy them with some buttered biscuits or buttered toast. So y'all can come over here and watch if you want to, and then I'll get you to the stove when I start boiling and cooking, and back over here when I start joining. I'm just going to use my little handy dandy peeler and get some of these peelings off of here. It just takes of course, I guess if I punched real hard, it might get into the peach, but just running it down the edge, it's just taking peeling off. I'm just going to peel one, and then I'll turn the camera off and get finished, and I'll bring y'all back when I get them peeled and cut up and measured and ready to start the process. Okay, y'all, I got them all peeled, except for this little bit right here around the top. And I'm just going to, right quick, get the seed out of them. And then I'll cut them into little pieces. So I'll just seed all of them, and then I'll come back and show y'all what's next. Okay, the recipe for the Sure-Jell calls for 4 cups of fruit. And that's just about it. So I should have enough for 2 batches, I think. Okay, I've got my peaches in here. I'm going to get my lids heating. Get my fire on low here. I have to add my Sure-Jell and stir it in. I've added my 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Just got to get this all stirred till it's bubbling, and I can't stir it down. I'll bring y'all back in just a minute when I got it going. It's starting to bubble. Can y'all see that? Well, let's see if I can get it a little where you can see better. You have to be careful. This stuff will pop out on you like hot grease or something. Sometimes when I make preserves, I just pour sugar on the peaches and cook them down until they're the thickness that I want them. That's how Grandma used to do it, because she didn't have Sure-Jell back in the day. And so I've done them a lot like that. Sometimes I get them perfect and sometimes I don't. But Sure-Jell is basically a no-fail way to make your preserves and jellies. Get my sugar stirred in. And I forgot to add my little dab of butter. So I'm just going to guesstimate here and put me some in there. That helps with the foam. I had some foam on my plums, but not a lot. Now, when this comes back up to a bubbling boil, I'm going to cook it for 1 minute, and then it'll be ready. I've got my jars sterile, and they're in the oven at 200 degrees, keeping them hot. I've got my hot water bath over here boiling and waiting. So we're ready to get this going if they'll just boil. I love peach preserves on buttered toast. So I will definitely be enjoying some of this soon. They're good on pancakes too. So is maple syrup. Y'all getting all kinds of knowledge today, aren't you? Y'all probably hoping this will hurry up and boil. Okay, it's starting to bubble. It's going to be to a full boil shortly. And I'm going to have 2 cookings out of those 12 peaches. I'm real thankful for that. It'll give me about 6 pints of jelly or preserves, I think. We'll see. So I may go back and buy me 12 more, and that would give us a good bit of peach preserves on the pantry shelf. When I was a kid growing up, I got hooked on peach preserves. My mama would buy a brand called Bama, and years ago it was in the prettiest tea glasses, we called them. It was just a big old drinking glass, and a lot of times they would have a design on them, like some of ours had big yellow flowers with green leaves. They weren't sunflowers, I don't think, but then some of them, they came out with some with red stuff on them. It's just, but I loved the Bama peach preserves, and I think they still make them. Of course, everything's in jars now, but and those were glass containers. Probably wasn't any such thing as plastic containers back then. Okay, I'm fixing to turn the timer on pretty shortly here. At a full boil. Okay, it's time to get it over to the booze block and get it in the jars. I'll get y'all over there to watch. I have got my jars in the oven. I'm going to get out a couple of them. Do them a couple of 3 at a time. That's great. I'm going to have one more. Okay, I've got to get my vinegar water that I forgot to get. Tell you what, I've got a lot more juice in there than I've got peaches, but it'll taste good. Looking at it, a whole lot of juice. I don't know what happened because I measured my peaches right. I'm going to get them in the water bath. Okay, I've got them in the water bath and it's come back up to a boil. I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes because this is preserves, and I'll show you when I take them out. Okay, they're ready for me to get them out and get them over to the towel on the counter so that they can start cooling and popping. Okay, I did 2 different batches of the peach preserves, and you can see that my fruit rose up and it's covered with syrup, and I was very careful to measure, and in this second batch that you're looking at now, I had about a half a cup extra peaches. If I told y'all I was 100% happy with my peach jelly / preserves, I'd start growing my little Pinocchio nose because I'm disappointed. I went exactly by the Sure-Jell measurement, and I have way too much. For it to look pretty in the jars, it needed more peaches. So this is a little bit of it that I scraped out of the pot when I got through, and you can see that it's very thick. So I mean, this liquid part is going to spread on toast or whatever really well. But I just wanted to have bits of peaches in every little bite. Maybe I'm just picky. Like I said, in the past, I've made peach preserves the old-fashioned way, where you just cover them in sugar and cook them down until they're as thick as you want them. And they always turned out with peaches all the way through every jar. So I don't know. I've made peach preserves for y'all according to the Sure-Jell recipe, and this is what happened to me. Have you made them, and how did they turn out for you? They taste wonderful. I just wanted them to look better. Y'all come back in a day or two, and I'll see if I've done something else right or wrong. The Lord bless and keep y'all. I'll keep trying.